I want to talk a bit more about the trans stuff. Because I'm watching something, stupid man on YouTube trying to blame feminism for this whole thing, because feminism said that the behaviors of men and women were partly socially constructed. That's how we got here. Like, you fucking idiot. Of course, that's true if you aren't fucking stupid. We weren't saying it is completely constructed by that, I don't think. God. Like, and even if we were saying that, like, the behaviors aren't our biology. Those things are still separate. And, like, what women were trying to do is say that women can want to do the stuff a man does, but she's still a woman. That's what we were saying. So, yeah. It's really annoying how men always try to blame feminism for everything and misconstruct everything we fucking say. But, it got me thinking, because the behaviors of men and women is so largely socially constructed, I think that if a little boy were raised as a girl and did get estrogen and his balls chopped off and stuff, that's awful. But I'll go into that in a bit too. If that were the case, I would accept trans women easier, because their behavior would be more close to a woman and they would be less of a threat to me. And they would be less inclined to do things like shut up women when we disagree with them and stuff like that, because we have different lived experiences with our different, biologies and forced gender stuff. But yeah. So, if a kid, when they popped out of their mama's hoo-hoo, was raised as the opposite gender and had the hormone therapy and the surgeries, then yeah, I would treat them more like that. But who the fuck wants that for kids? Like, that's so messed up. What I want, and what feminism has always wanted, is for people to accept their bodies and still be able to behave the way they want without sexism getting in the way. Not conforming to it, not making sex fit the gender still. Like, it's still sexism, trans people. You are doing exactly what sexist men do. You're making your gender fit your sex, or someone's sex fit their gender. And even if it's only you, like, I don't know, I've gone over this so many times, not going over it again. But my point was, what was my point? Let me see. Let me think for a minute. My point was, yeah, I would accept, like, a trans women if they were, like, made to be girls from the moment they came out of the hoo-hoo. Which you guys claim that they know that early, but, like, how would you tell, like, which you should raise them as then? How would you know which to assign them as? I don't know. There's so many problems with this ideology. But even if we could do that, I don't want to do that. And why do you guys want to do that to kids? Why do you want to do that to yourself and other people at any age? And why do you think that, like, accepting this idea that you aren't who you actually are is going to make your gender dysphoria better? It'll make it worse, because that's not who you are. You know what you do to fix it? You accept who you are. You accept the sex you are. That's how you fix it. If you really want to end your suffering, you need to accept yourself and other people. And accept that the sex does not have to fit the gender. That is the problem in our society. That the trans ideology is making worse. I know you all are trying to abolish gender, but this is not the way to do it. You have to, gosh. It's hard because, like, the behaviors of men and women are not entirely social. That's the thing. It is somewhat biological. And I guess that's what makes it complex. But the thing is, if you raised an actual woman and you raised a little boy and made him go through the hormone therapy and the surgeries from the moment he was born, like, that little boy would still be more like a little boy than the girl with the exact same raising, because, like, he has male tendencies biologically still. So, like, it would certainly help males be less of a threat, but it still wouldn't make us the same. And it still wouldn't make our viewpoints similar enough to allow trans women to say they're women and talk over women because they have different experiences. That's not okay. It isn't. That's what men do, and that's what trans women do, because you are men. Just accept who you are. That's what I want for you all. I just don't understand how you think this is good for anyone in any way. Like, it's so messed up to not accept yourself. For what? For sexist society? It's not worth it.